Solve equations with fractions. So these are a bit complicated ones, and there is a set of equations here. I'll do one of them for you. So I'll do the one which is on the right side. Now here we see 1 over 3 times n minus 2 equals to 1 over 6 times n plus 2. So the first thing which we should do is find out what number to multiply with so that we get rid of the denominator 3 and 6. So what could be that number? The number is 12, correct? Now if I multiply each equation with 12, then I can get rid of 3 and 6. Well, I could do it with 6 also. Yes, 6 can also work. Now how to figure out what is this number, right? This number is actually called the lowest common multiple. So what you are trying to figure out is what is the lowest common multiple, right? If I would have taken 12, in that case unnecessarily I will be involving bigger numbers. So 6, the lowest common multiple, is a better choice. Now you can look into my video which shows how to find lowest common multiple. Anyway, here is a strategy to find lowest common multiple. So what you do is you kind of divide these numbers. Let's say we have the numbers 3 and 6. So what we do is we divide with their common factor. So the common factor is 3. So if I divide by 3, I get 1 here and 2 there. Now you can multiply these three numbers, which is 3 times 1 times 2, and that gives us 6. And that's how we find lowest common multiple. So that is how you get your lowest common multiple. So it's a good idea to multiply by 6 rather than 12, right? So that's first thing which I want to tell you while solving such equations involving fractions. So let's do that. So what I will do is I'll show you here, rewrite the equation n minus 2 equals to 1 over 6 times n plus 2, and then we'll multiply by 6 on both the sides. Multiplying by 6 means 6 times this and times 6 times this, right? Okay, so you can see 3 goes 2 times in 6, and here 6 goes 1 time, correct? So that's what you get. Now you can multiply the left side by 2. So we get here 2 times n minus 2 equals to 1 times. So there is no need to write 1, right? So you say n plus 2. 1 times anything is that thing itself. Now we can apply the distributive property. That means you got to multiply this 2 with both the numbers inside, right? Sometimes students will just multiply with the first number and then land up with wrong solution. We don't want to do that, right? Multiply 2 with both n and minus 2. So we get 2n, 2 times n, and 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. And on the right side, we just open the bracket, multiplying by 1 is writing the numbers themselves like this. Now, we'll bring the variables together and the constants together, right? That means I'm going to transfer minus 4 to this side and n to this side. By now you are an expert in doing this, therefore I'm not doing 1 by 1, correct? So I'm not doing minus 2 both sides, right? Or I'm not doing plus 4 both sides and minus n both sides. I'm doing it in one step. So that is 2n, and when I bring this n to this side, that is I'm doing minus n both sides. I get minus n here, right? And what I do here is, I already have 2 and I'll add 4, correct? So what I did was, on both sides I added 4, correct? This is first thing, and then I did minus n. Minus n. So that is what we get. So when you do n minus n, you get 0. I'm not writing that. But when you do 4 plus 2, you get like 2 plus 4, right? And on this side, 2n minus n and minus 4 plus 4 is 0. So you get 2n minus n equals to 2 plus 4. That gives you 2n minus n is n and 2 plus 4 is 6. So you get value of n as 6. as we have done earlier, we will try to check the answer, right? So let's check our answer. Checking answer means substituting the value of variable which you got and see whether the sides are equal or not, or whether the equation is satisfied or not. So let's do it. So we'll put 6 for n and see. So we get 1 over 3, 6 minus 2, and we'll write equal to here later, but we'll calculate 1 over 6, 6 plus 2. Now 6 minus 2 is 4, right? So we get 4 over 3 on this side, and here we get 6 plus 2, 8, 8 over 6. 8 over 6 doesn't look like 4 over 3, or does it? Well, we could divide both numerator and denominator by 2. If I do that, I get 4 over 3, right? So both could be divided and these are equal. So there you go. So it is a perfect answer. How did I get 4 over 3? Divide by 2. So I get 4 here and 3 here. That is what we get if we divide by 2 on both numerator and denominator. Correct. So that is how you solve these kinds of equations where we have different kinds of denominators, right? So here we had two types of denominators, one 3, the other one is 6. The key here is to find lowest common multiple, and that's the process, to find lowest common multiple, right? Then you multiply both sides by the lowest common multiple, thereby getting rid of the denominators, rather fractions, right? And then you have a straight equation to solve, which is much simpler. Okay, so let me do this one also for you. So here, what do you think I should do first? First step is times 3 both sides, correct? So that means first step is times 3 both sides. That is what I mean, correct? So when I do that, what do I get? 3 and 3 cancel out. I get x plus 2 equals to 3 times this. Let's open the bracket, which is 6x minus 3. Second step, bring the variables together. So let's do x minus 6x, that is bringing it here, and bringing 2 there will become minus 3 minus 2. Now x minus 6x is minus 5x, and minus 3 minus 2 gives me minus 5. Now if I divide by minus 5, I get what x is, correct? So x is equals to minus 1. That is what we get. And now you can always check it, correct? How will you check? To check, plug in minus 1 here. Minus 1 plus 2 is how much? Minus 1 plus 2 is 1. And so you get 1 over 3, right? We'll write here 1 over 3 minus 1 plus 2. And on this side, 2 times minus 1, 2 times minus 1, right? That is what is our right side. This we did, right, to solve it. So we get what? Minus 1 plus 2 is 1. So we get 1 over 3 here. Now here, what do we get here? So x equals to minus 2. And here what do we get? We get a wrong answer here. Minus 2, and this we get minus 3 here. That is wrong. So that means we did some mistake. Let's check it out. So when I multiply by 3 on both sides, I get x plus 2 equals to 2x minus 3. So x minus 6x and minus 3 minus 2. So which is x minus 6x? And oh, the answer is plus 1, not minus 1. Correct? So minus 5 divided by minus 5 is plus 1. Okay, so that, see, check, it helps. So let's check it out. Let's plug plus 1 instead of minus 1. So when I write plus 1 here and plus 1 here, then do we get the right answer? Let's check. So 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Correct. Now how about this? 2 minus 1 is also 1, and they are equal. So that's how you do it. See, we found our mistake. Correct? So it is a good idea to always check. Perfect. And that's a learning lesson. Thank you.